two, three, four. 400,000 subscribers. To everybody who has been here with this channel from the day one, and if you are just new, thank you very much from Eat Read Loving. I am very, very excited for all the new things that we are bringing up. So I will see you guys again. Keep liking, keep subscribing, keep sharing. I'm just excited until we reach another 100,000 for 500,000, 500,000 soon. Bye, guys. Hi everyone, welcome to your monthly horoscope with Dr. Pai. Just to give you guys an idea on how we do the prediction. First things first, it's a general prediction. Your own dasha, Mahadasha, Antardasha has to be considered first before any kind of general prediction. So that's always the starting point. And then, of course, just also as transit, there are point systems. There's a lot of things, Ashtak Varga, that you have to look for and how transit can affect you. But this is a general prediction, so just, take it lightly. We try our best, as accurate as possible, where the planets are going to be affecting us on a general level. And also, we do practice Vedic sidereal Indian astrology, just to clear things. We do not practice tropic astrology. So without further ado, let's start your reading. All right, Virgos, so let's start your monthly horoscope with Dr. Pai. Take it away, Dr. Pai.
Namaste, everybody, and thank you, Sal, for having me again here for doing the monthly horoscopes. And we're doing Virgo Ascendant Moon for the month of March 2020. Okay, Virgo, this month again is going to be good for you people, especially in terms of career and service. These areas will come to the highlight because you have Sun going to go through your sixth house till the middle of the month of March, and after that, from the 13th of March, you see, it's going to move into the seventh house for you. So till about that, you see that you would be putting in a lot of effort and hard work, which is going into your work environment. But I feel that things are going to get better towards the second half of the month for you. But initially, I say there could be some miscommunication that can happen in your work environment because Mercury is a retrograde, which is your 10th house lord and your Lagna lord sitting in the sixth house for you. So also what I say is, Mercury will be in nakshatra called as Shatabishak nakshatra. Shatabishak is all about a ring. It's like a circle or a society. Society or secret societies and secret groups, study groups, discussion groups. You might want to be even tarot. I see, tarot also has something to do with, placing the cards in a formation. So people who do tarot, I feel this is a great month for you, for Virgos, to do that. Also, what I see for Virgos is um, Venus moving to the eighth house for you. Venus is your ninth house lord in the eighth house. Again, there would be some concerns about your fortunes, which means you're not able to save enough money for this month, and that might put additional pressure onto you because second house, Venus rules the second house, where it's going to the eighth house for you. So something to do with flow of finances would be a concern, or cash flow. People, businesses who say, "Oh, I have cash flow issues. I have to receive so much of money from my clients, but it's still not being released." Maybe this is the month you really need to focus more on, trying to see how you can persuade more clients to pay. And don't wait that if some client is telling you, "I'll pay you at the end of March," then you need to start pursuing it so that you show the urgency to them. Sometimes when you sit till the end of the month and they don't pay up, then you really know that you are in a soup because you're expecting some money to come and the money will not come. So I'm saying be on top of all of those monies. If you're wanting to get some money or receive some funds from a friend or a relative, then you should keep asking them periodically because that is the only way you're going to receive that money for you. Okay, home home area. because Mars and Jupiter and Ketu are in the fourth house for you. Okay. When Ketu comes to the fourth house, Virgo, Virgos, I see that they don't like to take any instructions from their mother in this month, or somebody like a mother like figure in their life, because Ketu is just saying, I don't like to hear to any advisory from anybody. Especially when it's your mother, you will really say your mother will keep giving instructions. Oh, take care of your health, take care of your finances. Make sure that you get a good, person to be with. Worry about your partnerships, your marriage, or your mother will be very, very concerned this month for you people, but you would be not paying attention to her. I would say really spend, some time with your mother. Every evening you come back home, this is a remedy. This is a best way. Even if you're far away, pick up the phone call and just speak to her, because the fourth house is showing Jupiter there. Jupiter will bring expansion because Jupiter is aspecting your Venus as well. And I said Venus is the lord of fortunes for you, the luck factor for you. Going to the eighth house, it's not very favorable in terms of money. But by appeasing your mother, because Jupiter represents your mother for so when it's aspecting it, so your mother will help you to tide through this time. So please focus on that. Also, when it comes to the fifth house, you have Saturn there. So in terms of your relationships, also there's going to be a little bit of a standstill. It's going to be slow in terms of romanticism, or things like that. Maybe you should be looking at some time periods for fasting as well. I always say fasting really helps you, not from a religious perspective, but also fasting helps you to rebuild your and strengthen your internal organs, especially your stomach area, and you get cleansing. So in Vedic astrology, there are certain dates that are prescribed. We call them Ekadashis, which is the 11th lunar day, is very favorable for doing fastings. So the days that I want to say you can keep fast is the 5th of March is supposed to be called as Amlaki Ekadashi, and that's a very good day. It's 11th lunar day, and you have to keep a fast on that. And after 15 days, exactly after 15 days, which is on the 19th of March, is called as a Vaishnava Papa Mochini Ekadashi. So for all the Virgos, remember, your sign is the sixth house, natural sixth house. Natural sixth house means it's connected to your intestine. And fasting for all Virgos, I always recommend is a must. Fasting is must for everybody. So you can probably go for intermittent fasting on this day. When I say intermittent fasting is 16-8. Remember the rule: 16 hours of fasting and 8 hours that you can eat. So it's a good thing to keep intermittent fasting at least once in 15 days. That will really, really help you. So have more food when the sun is out there, not in the night. So you should go and eat have more shorter meals. Sixth house also says don't have a heavy meal. Instead of that, instead of having 2 meals, you can have 4 meals over those 8 hours when you're doing intermittent fasting. Remember, sixth Virgo, your main area of your focus has to be your gut, which is your sixth house, because it's a natural sixth house, okay, of the zodiac. So keeping healthy with fasting is a must for you people.
Okay, that's perfect. So what Dr. Pai is saying, the intermittent fasting, the rule of 8 and 16. You do not eat 16 hours and then sleep 8 hours. Okay, so 8 hours is the window, for you to eat. Normally, people eat around 12 to 7 to 8 o'clock before the sunset. Actually, this is the perfect time. But of course, it goes into different schedule depending on your lifestyle, of course. But it's like as soon as the sun set, of course, because the sun helps us burn energy. And once the sun, if you are in line with the universe, of course, It's like if it's of course sunset, then it's just supposed to slow down. And if we keep more food in our body, the energy is not there. It's not available anymore. So I mean, a big chance for us to have indigestion and hard to digest it. And then of course the body is again going to sleep now. So and you guys rule, of course, the this part of the digestive. That's something that you will have to be focusing on, especially that right now we're looking at your natural Lord being in retrograde. And at the same time, isn't it, Dr. Pai, the Mercury going retrograde in Shatabisha, this is about healing also. This is the
Exactly.
100 healers, is it? 100 hands, Dr. Pai?
Yeah.
So that's
It is.
something, good, that's all right.
Yeah, it is the 100 healers. That's what I want to say. Yeah,
Yes.
go ahead.
So that's again, the focus is on health and wellness. And you are ruled by wellness, so you are able to do you are able to combat this because you have sooner or later you have Mars, of course. It's gonna go to your how to say this. I'm looking at it in their heart, Dr. Pai, in their fourth house. So that's something that they have to look into, and Jupiter there also. So there might be some sort of how to say this, any kind of heart matters that they have to speak out, because K2 there, if they suppress any kind of energy in their heart chakra, it would again affect the health. And you've mentioned that there can be some strain with regards to relationship with a motherly figure, the mom, or someone who's in a feminine energy. So that's one thing that Dr. Pai is looking at. Now, Dr. Pai, in their fifth house, uh, um, with Saturn in Capricorn, how is it looking with their how to say this, creativity or things that they want to have fun? Because the fifth house is like, I want to have fun, but Saturn is saying now is not the time. Now is not the time.
Yeah, but you know what? I want to say to you, Sal, it's about discipline. It's about, fifth house Saturn is about discipline in your creative faculties, with discipline with your children. If you have children, then trying to teach them discipline. This is one of the biggest problems that we have in today's world, Sal, is what is we try to tell our children what to do, and we don't teach them how to do it. We say you have to learn better, you have to study better, but we don't give them the tools to study better. We just say you have to sit down and you have to you do your homework, study well, you have to go to university. We tell them all of that, but we don't give them essential tools. So maybe you have to set an example for your children by doing things yourself and showing it to them. You just can't say you have to keep your cupboards very clean and nice and tidy, and you have to do your bed. You do it for them, and do it with them, do it for them, because this is something which I feel today is missing. Is we want to instruct because we have listened, we have got instructions from our peers and our parents and our grandparents have always instructed us, but they have never taught us how to do it. Maybe Saturn in the fifth house now for Virgos, it is about going and showing your peers to do that, walking your talk
Yes.
or talking your walk.
So Dr. Pai is looking at it in the house of progeny, correct? Dr. Pai said that's why your kids, and being a good example, because Saturn is about discipline and the little things actually, and it's Saturn is also service. So this is the perfect time to show, how to be good to others in service. And they rule also the natural sixth house, which is again house of service again.
Also, what I want to say, Sal, just to add, even in your terms of your relationship, your romantic relationships, because fifth house shows your romanticism, that area also you need to bring in some element of structure, which means if you have been the one who always turns up late to a date, then this is the time you need to really start buckling up and being there on time. Some of them becomes naturally being late all the time, but remember, if you be late all the time, you might really miss the bus. Many of the relationships lose out on very petty things because you have not kept a structure in your life, because you're not balanced, maybe this is the time for you this month for you to really refocus on getting discipline. Even fifth house is your creative ventures, your creative entities. It's just creation and procreation go hand in hand. So
Yes.
fifth house is also procreation, fifth house is progeny, but fifth house is also your nice projects that you want to build at home or at your workplace after your office hours, what you want to do. Keep a hobby, because that's what fifth house is also about, your hobbies that you want to keep. Reading a book,
Yes.
or
And also there's
relaxing.
speculation right now, Dr. Pai. It's going to be more focus. If they're trying to open a business and your speculation, this is the time where you can really use that energy to focus on your fifth house. Okay? So that's going to be it for our monthly horoscope with Dr. Pai. If you need to consult with Dr. Pai, everything is going to be in the description box. And we do this monthly, so make sure you hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again. Bye!